let's start with the talks in Saudi. Secretary Rubio was there. The National Security Advisor, Mr. Waltz, was there. Basically, the deal that they've struck is that the Ukrainians have agreed to work towards a ceasefire. Recall that was a sticking point, that one of the many things Zelensky did to piss off Donald Trump was to say peace is a long way off. Well, now they say they're willing to talk about a ceasefire. The U.S. reacted by reinstituting both intelligence cooperation and aid to Ukraine. Again, if you're someone who says whatever Trump does with Ukraine, as long as the result is the right one, which is a deal that secures Ukrainian safety, European safety, even if it gives up some land, is a good deal. That's the deal he's going for. That's the deal he basically ran on. So here's first, we'll listen to the president in a second, but here's Secretary Rubio. This is number 7, Sam, talking in Saudi Arabia after 5 hours of meetings with the Ukrainians.
We made an offer that the Ukrainians have accepted, which is to enter into a ceasefire and into immediate negotiations to end this conflict in a way that's enduring and sustainable and accounts for their interests, their security, their ability to prosper as a nation. I want to personally thank, we both want to thank the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, His Majesty, for hosting us, for making this possible. They've been instrumental in this process, and we're very grateful to them for hosting us here today. And hopefully we'll take this offer now to the Russians. And we hope that they'll say yes, to peace. The ball's now in their court. And but again, the president's objective here is, number one, above everything else, he wants the war to end. And I think today Ukraine has taken a concrete step in that regard. We hope the Russians will reciprocate.
So that's Rubio. Here is the National Security Advisor, Mr. Waltz, again speaking after the 5-hour meeting with the Ukrainian delegation.
Think about it. We've gone from if the war is going to end to now how the war is going to end, and this was an important first step, and that was under President Trump's leadership. He has literally moved the entire global conversation to where we had a very senior Ukrainian delegation with us today. We've had engagements with our Russian counterparts, and now it's how the war is going to end, and that's under President Trump's leadership.
So these are two very competent guys. They seem to be getting along very well by all accounts in their public appearances. It's unusual, right, to have the Secretary of State and the National Security Advisor fly halfway around the world to engage in talks like this together. Typically, in most administrations, it's just one of the two. But these two guys seem to be doing it together, and we'll see. Are we headed back now towards more meeting between U.S. and Russia? We know the president's envoy is planning to go to Russia. Or are we going to see direct face-to-face Ukraine-Russia conversations? Will be interesting to see. But you have to believe, as Sean suggested this morning on morning meeting, that the mood music is good. The feelings about where this is headed towards a settlement seem very good. There's still plenty of people in the United States and in Europe who don't want there to be a deal that involves giving Russia anything in reward for their invasion of Ukraine. Trump administration's position is you deal with the hand you have. That's the only way to get this settled. All right, so that's, let's listen to Trump on this. This is a brief soundbite from the president from his Tesla press conference. Number 2, please.
Talk to Vladimir Putin, yeah. I want to get, look, that's the other, it takes 2 to tango, as they say, right? So hopefully he'll also agree, and I really think that would be 75% of the way. The rest is getting it documented and, negotiating land positions, etc.
So you'll talk to him this week?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, and number 4 on the same topic, please.
But very importantly, and I said it, Ukraine, ceasefire. Ukraine, ceasefire. Just agreed to a little while ago. Now we have to go to Russia, and hopefully President Putin will agree to that also, and we can get this show on the road. We can get this horrible war where 2,000-3,000 soldiers a week, every week, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 sometimes. I get the reports, and they're not American soldiers. They're Ukrainian and they're Russian. But people are being killed outside of that. People are being killed in the cities as things explode throughout the cities. And we want to get that war over with. So I think it's a very big, I think it's a big difference between the last visit you saw at the Oval Office and this. So that's a total ceasefire. Ukraine has agreed to it, and hopefully Russia will agree to it. We're going to meet with them later on today and tomorrow, and hopefully we'll be able to wipe out a deal. But I think the ceasefire is very important. If we can get Russia to do it, that'll be great. If we can't, we just keep going on, and people are going to get killed. Lots of people.
I, like you, was just watching Elon's son, little X there. Wasn't paying any attention to what the president said, but apparently said something about Ukraine.